Esja is not one mountain, but many layers stacked like pages in an ancient book. She was born of fire and ice, shaped during the last ice age. Over millions of years, volcanic eruptions laid down thick sheets of basalt. Then the glaciers came, massive, slow, unstoppable, grinding, cracking, and sculpting those layers into the sharp ridges and wide shoulders we see today. What looks calm from the city hides a violent past. Each stripe on Esja's face is a memory. Lava hardened in open air, ash compressed under snow, rock broken and rearranged by frozen giants. When the ice retreated, Esja remained, raw, unfinished, exposed to wind and time. That is why she looks different depending on the light. At sunrise, she glows warm and red. In winter, she turns blue and silver. Fog wraps around her midsection, as if she is breathing. The people of Reykjavík often say they check Esja before going out for the day. Not just for the weather, but because Esja is a compass. If you know her moods, you know the day ahead. She does not move, she does not speak, yet she is always changing. Esja reminds Icelanders of a simple truth. The land is alive, and it remembers everything. Piece 2. Esja, the woman who would not stay. Long ago, before Reykjavík was Reykjavík, Esja was said to be a woman, strong, proud, and unwilling to belong to anyone. Legend tells of the chieftain Ingólfur Arnason, the first settler of Iceland. When he claimed land along the bay, he wanted Esja to be part of his territory. He spoke of ownership, of boundaries, of power. But Esja refused. She stood apart, watching over the fjord, answering only to wind, storm, and time. In some versions of the tale, Esja was a troll woman who chose her place carefully. In others, she was a giantess who turned to stone rather than submit to human rule. That is why, they say, Esja faces Reykjavík, but never leans toward it. She observes the city grow, change, and spread, yet remains untouched. Farmers later found ancient ruins on her slopes and traces of early life. But no matter how close people came, Esja was never conquered. Snow would drive them back. Storms would rise suddenly. The mountain allowed only what it wished. Even today, hikers speak quietly when climbing her paths. They greet the summit with respect. Because legends like this are not just stories, they are reminders. In Iceland, the land does not belong to people. People belong, briefly, to the land. And Esja still stands, patient and unmoved.